Okay, so this is for second Deacon Aquarians. So this would be for people born on or between January the 31st right up to February the 8th. So during these 9 days, you can imagine our Earth rotating, on its axis once every 24 hours as we're slowly going around the sun. So during these 9 days, we make 10 degrees of the 360-degree travel around the sun. But during the 9 days, there are 9 stars that are aligned with the sun. Okay, this is just for the second Deacon Aquarians. And so as you can imagine, our sun, as you can imagine, as the Earth is rotating, these stars also seem to be setting in the evening and rising in the morning. Okay? I'm not going to go on too much about the stars, but you can look them up on the internet. They're really interesting. They describe the some of the meanings of the water bearer and where each star is supposed to be located. So this Deacon of Aquarius is supposed to be a little less rebellious than first deacons. However, you guys are still pretty rebellious. You're just as eccentric, just as thinking outside the box, a little more tempered. You're ruled by Mercury. Very good communicators. Also known for being able to take somebody else's work, restructuring it, and making it better, and as you can imagine, in a way that it's more modern, okay? You're really good at doing that. One funny thing that I noted is that second Deacon Aquarians are noted. Sometimes people call you snobs, but I think you're anything but. Now, you guys are the cool as a cucumber Aquarians, the ones that will walk out the door if somebody doesn't appreciate you with absolutely a cool demeanor. And it gives people a nasty surprise sometimes. So, guys, we're going to do a French cross. And I'm just going to give a little break in the take here. I've already taken these cards out of the Witch's Tarot as the 22 Arcana cards, 22 major Arcana cards, and we're going to clarify if necessary. Okay, so here we go. So as you know, this is a very old cross. Sometimes it's called the Four Winds. What are in the thoughts of our second Deacon Aquarians, please? What are in the thoughts of our second Deacon Aquarians? What are in the thoughts of our second Deacon Aquarians, please? There we go. Nice. Justice. It's not just, okay, hang on. We need a little more light here. So this would just be, yes, it is doing well. If you're expecting a decision on a court case, you can expect that you will have a good outcome. But as I've mentioned before, you'll notice in her right hand is the sword, okay, which is supposed to be sort of the cold, objective side of justice, the cold, objective side of decision making. But in the left hand are her scales, okay, which balance quite well that justice, and her scales are full of solar energy. So, and of course, the backdrop is karmic justice, which is being concocted all the time. So on your mind, you might be thinking about somebody. Maybe you didn't react. Maybe you did your cool as a cucumber thing and thought, you know what? I'm going to leave it because I know that karmic justice is going to come up for this person. So that's a great way to be thinking. Okay, so down here, we're going to do your emotions. Okay, so what are the emotions of second deacon Aquarians right now, please? What's in their emotions? What's in their emotions, please? What's in their emotions? What's in their emotions of second deacon Aquarians, please? What's in their emotions? It's coming. It's coming. What's in the emotions of our second deacon Aquarians? Well, I think the one that is the most obvious would be this one, okay? All right, so now, there's a couple of meanings of this. We've got the Hierophant. You could be thinking about something, you're feeling emotional about something that is traditional. It could be about getting married. That's the very obvious choice. You could be emotional about a Taurus. You could be emotional. Knowing you guys, you're a little break in the tape here. Okay, so I've had some time just over the break to look at this, and I think I know what's going on here. You guys are the nonconformists, all right? To have the Hierophant, if you're not emotional about a Taurus, to have the Hierophant in the position of emotions and up there, to have a woman who uses intuition, and it's not just intuition, but it's some kind of solar fairness that tempers that strict sword up there. Well, with this guy, that doesn't happen. This is the doctrine of external religion. This is everything that isn't esoteric. This is the Pope's way or no way. The monks don't get in to pass those pillars to access his knowledge unless they are willing to accept exactly what he says. That little hand gesture that he's making there, it's not exactly like the hand gesture that the magician makes. The hand gesture that he's making is, I am the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. It's me, it's my way. So I'm feeling like you're feeling emotional about something. If you're not happy about getting married or feeling emotional about a Taurus, I'm feeling like it's bothering you that something very traditional and outdated is being maybe imposed upon you or someone else in your family. So that's just what I'm feeling. I could be totally wrong. Over here, we're going to go to your passion, okay? What are second deacon Aquarians passionate about right now? I feel like this is it. Oh, it's 2. We can take 2. Wow, something is really changing. We've got the World and the Strength card. You guys normally love change, but I feel like this is some kind of, it is a good transition, but it's a transition that you're sailing through, but somebody else isn't. You're managing to sort of tame the beast who is not sailing through this transition very well. You could very well be getting married, and your partner could be going through the heebie-jeebies. You know how sometimes people do that for some reason. Funny, because you guys are the ones that don't like to be tied down. Okay, we'll just leave that at that. All right, we're going to go into the physical now and see what physically manifests here. What is going to physically manifest for our second deacon Aquarians? What is going to physically manifest for our second deacon Aquarians? I feel like it's that. Wow, victory. All right, so this is interesting. So what's physically manifesting is quite a victory, and it's coming in fast. I feel like this is your victory, and I'll tell you why in a minute. First of all, I think you've managed to obtain it by, here we've got a card of gaining mental mastery over all the forces, because of course no reins are necessary in order to control these horses. Over here with the Strength card, you've got the same kind of thing, ultimate emotional intellect, in order to tame the beast without no need to fight fire with fire. I think that there is definitely a massive restructuring or moving from one phase to another going on. You may have had to put up with something legal. You may have had to put up with something, if it wasn't, a happy, glorious event, I'm feeling that you had to put up with something that was traditional and outdated, but you had to do it. It's funny that I mentioned this thing about the snob, because the brass and the gold key were a long time emblem, of the papal, the whole system, and it was a bit snobby in itself. Now, to get your last card, guess what? It's already on the deck. Because what we do is we add up. We've got 7, which is the major arcana card of victory. 5 with the Taurus. We've got strength and the world and justice. We end up with the number 52. Now we're supposed to combine those down to one number. What do we get? We get this, the victory. But I want to know what this victory is about. So I'm going to take out the Lima deck and see if I can solve this little mystery. I'm not sure if I can do it, but I'm going to try. Okay. I'm just going to pause the tape so we won't be interrupted. Okay, so let's see if I can do this in 3 minutes. As you know, I usually shuffle in half decks, so I take one card from one half of the deck and one card from the other. What is this victory about that's physically manifesting? Okay, well, that could be the answer right there. If that doesn't give us an answer, we'll go to the other side of the deck, all right? Well, wowee. Again, we have that beautiful card of strength. So I think for second Deacon Aquarians, you have truly mastered your emotions. You may have had to deal with somewhat of a beast, but you got there. Not only did you get there, but you got your victory and you got everybody loving you. That's a great reading, guys. Okay, thanks for watching and thanks so much for your membership.